Everybody, hello, welcome to Talking Ball. That was kind of a weird intro there. Sorry about that, guys, but we're in. We made it, and I'm joined by the wonderful Ellie. Um,
Yay!
Miss Ellie, how are you today?
Yeah, I would have been better if Spurs had actually won, but at
No
least we
joke,
didn't
I know.
lose because the way we played in those last 10 minutes was a bit shaky. But we've
Definitely.
got to, we've got to look on the bright side. Richie scored a brace, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that'll be a topic I definitely want to talk about today, for sure.
Yeah,
We had somebody in
definitely.
the back room with us for a second, right as the intro started. I wondered if he was going to make an appearance. We'll see. We'll see if we are joined by another member of the Talking Ball crew, a surprise member. But Ellie, we've already got some homies in the chat saying hello. That music's a little loud too. Let me fix that, and then we'll say hi to the homies in the chat. All right, there we go. That's a lot better. All right. So in the
Yeah.
chat though, what is up, chat? Look at this. Donna Cullen is already here saying Wagwan,
Woo!
Mr. Bessinger Colin. Yes, yes. Many thank yous. Yes.
And you made
Um,
your live debut, sorry.
yeah, exactly. I maybe I should go try out for the
Cool.
voice. Just
Yeah.
kidding. That would be terrible. I don't want to do that. Dekaru is in the house. Wow,
Yay.
man. Dekaru is up at a strange hour, I think. Big up Dekaru, Australian fan. So yeah, big up
Send us a
Dekaru.
link. What is the
Yeah,
link
that is
by Caro? Let us know.
right, right. Absolutely, we'll need it. And then Daniel E, longtime show, one
Yay.
longtime watcher of the show, and yeah, Daniel, big up, dude. He actually has commented again. Says if you take Richie from number 9 and 6 Sunny there, you lose all momentum. I'm going to start this one because that's something I absolutely want to talk about, and it's of course um, in the poll at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Dekaru says insomnia sucks. LOL. Yeah,
It
dude,
does.
I'm real sorry. I have it as well, and so is Ellie. Yeah, that's why Ellie's able to do shows with me at all times of the day and night.
I
Yeah,
know. I
we hear
love
you,
it.
Dekaru.
You know, sometimes it's good to have insomnia and sometimes it's bad to have it, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. If you make the most out of it, it's okay.
You
And
have
you
to.
stay busy and get things accomplished. Um, but yeah, whoa, look at this. Wayne Bonner saying, hello, fellow Spurs fans
Yay.
slash sufferers. Hope you're all well and having a great Monday. Son and Timo out wide, Richie in the middle. Yes. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I think as well. But we'll see. We'll see what the people all think, Wayne. Thanks for getting your vote in, my man. Hope you're well. Hope everything's good in Wayne's world today. Wayne's World. Wayne's
Wayne's World.
World. Yeah, good
Yeah.
flick. Good flick.
I love that.
Me
Stunning
as
film.
well. Um, yeah, we'll get right into this. So the comment or the poll, I don't usually do polls, but the poll at the beginning of, when you pop in, ask what we do with Richie whenever Sonny comes home. And Ellie, we'll just jump right into that because I mean it's a
Yeah.
hot topic. At least I think it should be. Sonny is coming home in, like at most a week. And he may or may not have, a trophy under his belt, a trophy to show off to the boys. But when he comes back, it sort of creates a problem for us because we had been playing Sonny in that number 9 position. And yeah, do we
Yeah.
continue him there? Do you think, or do we? Because I mean, Richie's clearly better there, but it seems Sonny's better there as well. So I was just wondering your opinion, who you thought we played
Um,
in that middle spot. Um,
well, it's a tough one because before Sonny went off to the Asia Games, the Asia Cup, sorry, he was playing on the left, right? But obviously, predominantly, he's been playing in the middle. But then
right.
Ange Postecoglou switched him to the left, and he was playing there quite a number of games. So I would stick with Richie in the middle because if you move him to the wing, I think you lose a lot from Richie.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got Sonny there, you don't lose an awful lot because he can cut back and score with his left or right, or just lay it off. So I think it is best to keep Richie in the middle because he's in a great scoring vein of form as well. So it'd be a bit silly to move him to the left wing again. But it's this buts and monkey nuts, isn't it? Because Sonny is lethal in the middle as well, and he showed that early doors and mid-season where he was scoring for fun, and he's already got 12 goals for us. But it's a tough call. It's one that managers got to really think about now, because he's also got Werner, and that creates another headache.
Exactly.
Werner on the bench and stick with Sonny on the left and Richie in the middle, or vice versa. So, if it was me personally, I would keep Richie in the middle just for his confidence.
Same. And before we get more into that, we'll revisit that in a bit. Maybe after some more people have come in, some more people have voted. But yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about, Ellie. But speaking of Ellie, I just want to say, Queen Ellie, welcome again to the show. I had this put up a potential name change, but the name change has already been made. You are no longer Queen Ellie Bentoncourt, and I think it appears that you switched back to your original moniker.
I switched back, Colin. Do you know why?
Yes. Yes. What's that?
A bit of a jinx when it comes to players. Right. So everybody who knows me and knows me well, that they know that Bentoncourt is my favourite player. All right. Mm-hmm. He's always been my favourite player. But I've always liked Højbjerg for different reasons. But I switched back to Højbjerg because I was getting some stick about the Bentoncourt, because as soon as I changed my name to Bentoncourt, he started
his
playing
form. Yeah, so he hasn't been at his best. That's for sure.
Have that on him.
There you go. You'll put the hoodoo back onto Højbjerg, huh?
Yeah, and I can take the stick.
You're tough. Like you said, you had 7 brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I said, we were going to get away from this a bit, but yeah, everyone says Sonny's more versatile. Leave Richie where he is. Sonny's playing instead of Werner. What does Werner offer other than pace? He doesn't score. Big up. Talking Beer is now in the house. That is my boy Nick. What up, brother? Hope you are doing well, my man. Thanks for tuning in as always. Always good to have you. We were just discussing. Yeah, no kidding. What are you baking for us today, man? Send some pics in if you got anything baking today. He is our resident baker in the house. So big up to Talking Beer. And he says, and before anyone says anything about Werner's 3 assists, 2 of them were piss easy assists that anyone could bloody do a 5-yard pass. But you'd be surprised how often it doesn't happen, Daniel. I don't know. And then Jazz Fusion brings up a good point. How many has Son scored from the wing? That's a good point, Mr. Jazz Fusion. Big up to you, by the way. Always good to see your face in here. And then Talking Beer says we need Richie through the middle. It's definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's his best position. It's really the only position where I find him to be truly effective, or at least where he's been truly effective for Spurs. He's never done nearly as well coming in off the wing. He just doesn't have the technical ability, it looks like to me, you know what I mean, to do a job there. His dribbling leaves a little bit to be desired. As a striker, it's fine. But it's So that is what I think there. But again, I have some secret stuff for later that we're going to talk about that same subject. Ellie, I got to know.
He's got what you call rolling hips, right? So a lot of players, when they run, it's almost like their hips are separated from their body. But he hasn't got the mobility to dribble really well, right? And he's not a bad player, but dribbling wise, he can't. There's something inherently wrong with his body. He's like lopsided, and he's sort of got those hips that, like Lamela. Lamela was another one who done that same rolling style when they run.
Yeah, I
it's
can see that.
Almost like their hips are locked. But having said that, he is really good in the middle at the moment, and we can't move him from there.
No way. Only 4 off of Erling Haaland for the Golden Boot. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You watch him, Colin. He does. He's got rolling hips. They're a
I'll take
bit
a look. Yeah,
heavy.
now that you mentioned it, I'll watch it for sure. I'll be looking
Yeah,
out for that.
he's just got the same running style as Lamella. Exactly the same.
That's very interesting. Lamelo is one of my favorite players. I'll
I know.
definitely give it a
But
watch. Yeah.
Lamella, he had more dribbling skill because he was slimmer as well. He's got more
Right. Yeah.
mobility.
He was pretty slick. He was pretty slick on the dribble. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
he had a good dribbling skill. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So that was the difference between him and Richie, and why I think he's more effective on the wing than Richie.
Yeah.
Dakar is
Definitely.
agreeing with me on Richie. He seems to be very agreeable this morning. Maybe too much. Are you sure you aren't dreaming, Delcaro? Maybe there's a dream. Maybe you did fall asleep. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if you're watching Talking Ball in your dreams, big up to you. And I want to say big up to everybody in the chat. You could be a lot of places today, but you're here with us, and we truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so very much. And as everybody knows, there are memberships available. If you want to grab one of those, the link should be pinned at the top. If it's not, I'll throw it back in. But you could grab a membership, and tomorrow, we'll talk about this some more, but tomorrow is the first ever members call-in show. So if you want to have your voice heard, you want to get on the show, that's tomorrow, guys. But again, we'll talk some more about that.
That'd be cool.
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. We're really excited. Not really sure how the turnout's going to be, but we're ready for whatever, whether it's big screen full of people or rotating people in and out. It'll be a fun time. That's tomorrow, same time as today, guys, 4 p.m. GMT. So yeah, don't want to miss that. Daniel E, though, saying between Sonny and Richie, they have 21 league goals this season. I don't care what anyone says. People think logical. You want to take out a goal scorer because Timo has 3 goal involvements? No. And again, Daniel, I can't really give my opinion on that because I have to in a minute, and it's a thing I'm doing. I don't want to give too much away. Everyone probably already knows. Jishnu's in the house, though. What is up, Jishnu? Says Sonny on for Werner. Even if it isn't convincing, we can't drop Richarlison and Sonny at the moment. Yeah, man.
I know.
Yeah, and Jishnu, big up. Glad you're here. Always glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you're having a good Monday. Let me know what time it is for you, my man. Let me know what time you're dealing with. But thanks for being here, no matter what time it is. And if you're watching this on repeat, thanks for that, too, on recording. We appreciate you, me and Ellie. We appreciate you being here. Supporting Talking Ball. Talking Beer, Sonny is a lot more agile. That's why I feel as if why he is better on the left. For sure, man. For sure.
100%.
Jazz Fusion had to be logical and say that Holland has been out for weeks. That's true. And I think that number, his goal tally, will definitely go up. But it's just crazy to think that our underperforming striker is only 4 goals off of Holland. And I mean, Holland's still top scorer in the league with those 14 goals. He's that guy's just a monster, I guess, is what I've been
He's
Holland's unreal.
Specimen, isn't he?
It's something weird about that guy. I don't know what they were feeding him.
Oh no.
We need to look into that. And then Wayne pointing out though to Daniel that an assist is an assist, whether it's 5, 15, 50 yards, if the ball ends up in the back of the net. Timo does more than Kulu and Johnson out wide at the moment. Like I said, Wayne, I can't comment, but I'm going to read out your comment. Elias is in the house. What is up, Elias? Long time no see. Says, guys, check out how brilliant Dyer has been for Bayern. He has been giving solid GOAT performances. I don't know if there's sarcasm there or not, Elias. I can't read your tone since you're not here.
He's not far off because I watched him and it was fantastic what he was doing.
He's always been a bit of a confidence player, and the system needs to suit him. And I'm not sure, is he staying back more for Bayern? Is it more like a he's getting to stay back kind of a thing? Not as high of a line, maybe?
He's still playing central, but he's pinning balls like he's never pinned balls before.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's defending. I saw him actually defending and getting a tackle in. It's a miracle.
Snap, yeah, that's wild. Maybe all he needed was his buddy Harry Kane to instill the confidence in him that he needed. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. That's crazy. Delcar pointing out though, if he was dreaming that we would have beaten Everton, so he thinks this is probably a reality. Yeah, man. It's funny. I think I might have jinxed us on that loss, so I feel really bad. We're having that members call-in show tomorrow, and I made thumbnail for it, and I created the show, and I said Spurs beat Everton, and there was still like 5 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go, and they
Oh,
got their equalizer, and I was like,
I
son of a
know.
bitch, son of a bitch, it's all my
I
fault.
know.
I did it.
Well, at
Um,
least they couldn't blame Højbjerg because he wasn't even on the pitch.
right. Blame
Oh,
this
there you
ginger
go.
over here, because
He
yeah,
took
it
him
was
off.
me.
I
It
didn't
was
get
me.
that. I didn't get that putting Skip on for Højbjerg. Because it's like for like. Like, if you're going to change things, then put a different type of player on,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know? I
for
don't
sure.
know.
Absolutely. No, I'm with you 100%, Ellie. I'm with you 100%. So
Yeah.
I'm jumping all around here. But Ellie, so we'll revisit the Everton match in a second. I'm going to have you rate the players for me and give me your player ratings.
Okay.
But before we get there, I just got to know, which is your favorite goal celebration? The pigeon or the darts? Which goal celebration do you think's better? The
Definitely
pigeon.
the pigeon, because with the pigeon you've got the.
Yes, exactly.
I
And
love
and it
putting that
started
on
out as like
social
people
media.
being, and it started out
Yeah.
as people being mean to him, I think, and he had just adopted it. And he's like, "Yeah, I do kind of look like a pigeon. You're right, but instead of letting you get me down, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
dunk all over you guys and then celebrate it in your face with a pigeon dance." 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Apart from against Everton, where he didn't do a celebration, and on the second goal he pulled his shirt over his head, like to say sorry. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I
what a
thought that was
great
pretty
goal though.
classy of him. Oh my
Yeah,
God, his goals were outrageous,
fantastic
outrageous.
goal.
That first one, I think, even though
First one was good
the first
because
one
it
was
was
great.
hard.
Just the fact that he didn't have any time, he just had to
Yeah,
bang it right in, And
yeah,
maybe
they're the
that's
hardest.
the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I
See, he
agree
did
with you,
kind of one
Colin.
of each. Sometimes if he doesn't have time to think, it seems to work out better. But that second goal, he
Yeah,
had all the time in the world, and he placed that thing. That was awesome.
yeah, because
Which was your favorite?
I think the second one for like excitement because it was like, but the first one I liked as well because, like you said, he had a split second,
Yeah.
yeah, and to get his body in shape and to put it in, that shows you that that operation has helped him because he's manoeuvring his body properly, he's aligning. Because, like I said, his hips, they're still not 100% right, but that goal. I'm going to say the second goal was better because it was in terms like it was more. It was just brilliant the way he curled the ball in. But
Oh my
they're
God,
both
yeah,
good goals.
absolutely. Sunny-esque, I would even say. There was
Yeah,
a
the
bit of
ones
a
that
home
get
and
you
sun
off
to
your
that.
feet, Colin. That's the sort
Exactly.
of goal that was Sonny-esque.
Yeah,
He took
yeah,
one
and
out of Sonny's book.
he did. They've obviously been hanging out and training, which I
Yeah,
love. I absolutely
I
love it.
enjoyed that goal.
Um, Everybody in the chat, let me know what your favorite celebration is. Are you a pigeon guy? Are you a darts man? Yes, yes,
Or
indeed.
180.
Yes, yes. Jazz Fusion says members show. Yes, that is tomorrow, sir.
Yeah.
Same time, same place. Can't wait to see you there, man. Elias, though, getting in on the action. Says Sonny on the left, maybe. As Richarlison ain't good on the wing. Agreed. But if we play Timo on the wing and Sonny in the middle, that would work. He is dribbling past defenders and making brilliant crosses and making great clearances. Is this in regards to, this is Dyer now. Yeah. And then let's see if there's any other. Lee Smithy. Smith is in the house.
Yay.
What is up, Lee Smithy? Big up, my guy. Always good to have some Lee Smithy Smith in the house. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope everybody's finally feeling better at your house. We got sick here too, man. It's crazy. It's just it's just going around. Talking beer. We were talking Holland earlier. He said if he played for Spurs, the fan base would dismiss his goals and call him a tap-in merchant. Oh my God, I love it. You're kind of right. A goal's a goal's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. So yeah, I'm right there with you, talking beer. We always get on our players, so we'd find some way to make fun of them.
I was going to say, sorry, because I think we're lagging a bit, Colin. Maybe do I come out and come back in?
It doesn't seem like you're lagging to me. You sound good on my end.
Okay, then. Well, I was just going to say about Haaland, right? He does score good goals as well, not just tap-ins, but he finishes off all the good work that Man City do. He's their
Yeah.
finishing agent, isn't he? Just
Exactly.
so
Exactly. He just that
so
last
easy
little
to
bit.
find him. Yeah, it's
You
so
don't
easy
think of
to
him as
find
a guy.
him.
He's not gonna slap one from outside the 18
He,
yard box into the top corner. That's just not him.
he
You know.
scored goals like that for Dortmund, but I've seen him do a couple over here, but most of them are headers or back posters or just
Yeah.
simple ones. You know, that's what he's paid to do, to finish all the good creative chances that De Bruyne and all the rest of and Bernardo Silva create for him, and Foden, because he's a good creator as well. So they're lucky to have him.
Oh yeah, he's exactly what they need. For all the
Yeah.
crap I talk about Pep Guardiola, Fraudiola, Baldiola, he he does some things correctly, and that is absolutely
Guardiola.
going for yes, Pep Fraudiola.
I'll call him Whisperola because he whispers when he talks.
He's a weird dude, but I think he's legitimately maybe kind of a genius, and geniuses are weird people.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the geniuses out there who are very strange. Um, Jishnu though is saying though that he would like to see Sonny and Richie switching roles in the game. You mean like actively during the match, like flip flopping places? I think that would be really cool. That would definitely give defenders something to think about because you're going to defend those two guys completely differently. So yeah, Jishnu, that's a good point. That is a good point you make there.
So for
Um,
South Korea, I saw Sonny do a fantastic ball but on the outside of his boot from the left. Yeah?
mhm,
But he
mhm.
did it with his right foot and he curled it right round. It was such a good ball. And I've never seen him do that. I've seen him do a few good passes, but not from that long range for
Yeah,
Spurs. So I'm hoping he can bring that into his game as well. Because that was like, Harry Kane, he was really good at doing that. So,
definitely.
and Sonny assists so many goals. I think he's got 58 assists in his whole
Wow.
career. So
Yeah, that's
he's our
that's not a,
biggest
that's not a
assister.
low number. Yeah, that is not a low number. Not a crazy
Yeah.
huge number either. Um, he could improve. I think he can get more. Yeah, like you said. Um, another thing I wanted to just throw up there too, real quick. Everybody, he's not able to be here today. He's gotta do some family stuff or work or something important. But guys, Jose has his own personal channel as well as being the co-host of Talking Ball, and you can find him at this link below, youtube.com/@ltelcockerel. That is Jose's channel, and make sure you're supporting him, guys. We want to get his numbers up as well. Ellie,
Yeah.
are you ready to do some player ratings? I know we don't want to think too much
Yeah.
about the Everton match because I mean it's a dark spot. It's a dark spot for me. I got up really early. I got up at 6 a.m. to watch.
Oh, God.
And it was great, goal in the first 8 minutes or whatever, and that sprung me right to life. I didn't even need my coffee after that. I was like, never mind, I'm good. That's an
no.
instant cup of coffee for your heart right there. A goal in the first 8 minutes, but then it all went to crap. Oh no! And I didn't get everybody's. I'm all over the place this morning. Maybe I've had too much caffeine. Everybody's favorite celebrations. Lee Smithy Smith says, "Prove for him. We know that he is about the pigeon." Elias says, "Darts for Elias. He's just making the darts. Pigeon for Jazz Fusion." Del Caro says that the pigeon looks like a diseased chicken. Darts for him. Elias pointing out there's not a better celebration though than Richie's cameraman celebration. Man, and that has become worldwide. Yeah, everybody's doing it now.
I know.
But he does say that Richie's goals this weekend were both pure class, and he's stepping it up 100%, 100%. Yeah.
His
So
goal came after 3 minutes 57 seconds, but they classed it as 4 minutes. They rounded it
Jesus,
up. So it was a very good
sheesh,
goal.
that's wild. That's wild. That's exactly what we need to do. We need to start coming out of the gates like that. Because at the moment I feel like we are a little too reactive at the beginning of matches.
Yeah. We've
So
got to get that second goal as well. And
yeah,
then we can
there's
play our football a bit because the other team has to come out of their low block if they're low blockers, like
Yeah.
Brentford did. They were 1-0 up, but for some strange reason, they came at us and we
Hey.
got to play. But with this game, they scored and then we scored and then they scored right at the death, didn't they? So we need to sort of seal up games and make them safer because we're always going to concede goals for the way we play.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%, Els. I just wanted to point out to everybody, Elias is the newest member of the channel. Elias, very nice to have you on
Well
board,
done,
man.
Elias.
Thank you so much for joining in, supporting the channel monetarily, and for being a member. You can have your voice heard tomorrow. Hope to see you on the member show, man. It's going to be a great one. You are absolutely invited. If you take a look, it'll be on the member page. The link will be on the member page on the channel. I'm getting ready to put it up after this show. So be on the lookout for that. That is where the StreamYard link will be. Elias, excited to see you tomorrow, my man. Swim Master is in the building. Swim Master is a name I have not seen yet today.
Buddy.
Hello and a thumbs up on both your links. Thank you so
done.
much. You are a good man, Swim Master. Big up, big love. And Ellie, so I finally, like I said, without Jose here keeping everything on track, I get a little off track. That's okay.
Right.
I would like, I mean, it's Monday too. You know, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Things will get better. Hope everybody's having a good Monday, by the way. Hope your Monday is a swell Monday so far. But yeah, Elias, oh man, I meant to play this for you too. This is in response to you becoming a new member. Yeah, Dawson, baby, captain, my captain. Yeah, so Els, we'll start with. I guess we got to start with Vicario, and I'm keeping it over here, and I'll post the team and the ratings when we're done here. But what are you gonna rate?
Oh
Vic?
My God, poor Vicario.
I know.
By brilliant corners as well.
Yeah.
I like Everton are notoriously fantastic at set pieces as well. So
really, see, that's something I didn't know about him.
I'm feeling for him, but I'm feeling that the defenders should help him out a bit more. They're not protecting our goalie.
Where's Romero?
Block. Yeah, they're letting the blocker go and block our goalkeeper to stop him. Because when the ball's come across and they've done their job, right, he's been able to, palm it off, or even catch it, right? But with player ratings, you know what, I don't want to do this, but I've got to give him a 5.
Give him a 5, okay, yeah.
Because I don't blame him entirely, but he has to organise his defenders. Say, hey, you stand here, you stand there. He's got to be, because he's known for his vocal ability, and getting his message across. So he's got to start doing that more, because these teams are going to see this now. Man City have done it, now Everton have done it, and Brentford done it to some extent as well. But Everton are really good at set pieces. They get a lot of their goals from there. So I think a 5 is fair. I can't give him any higher.
That's fair. I agree. There were definitely, I mean, the deficiencies in his game have been highlighted the past 3 matches or so, and he definitely has some work to do on the training ground to get that to go away. Vicario's getting a 5 from you. So, all right, so let's move over.
I love the player.
I know he's a wonderful, wonderful player. But we continue. We move. So let's start with the right. We'll go to Pedro Porro at right back.
Oh, yeah. Another poor game, really.
Not great.
The ball away. He wasn't too bad defensively. Don't get me wrong. He was tracking back. He was working hard as normal, but his passing game and his set pieces not good. So I'm going to give him a 5 as well.
Pedro Porro is also getting a 5 from Ellie. And everybody in the chat, feel free to get your answers to your player ratings in as well. Would love to see what you guys have to say. always a big part of talking ball is involvement from the chat. So yeah, definitely get those in there. So Poro's also a 5 from Ellie. So we move over to Christian Romero.
Another one. He played okay. He played better than Poro, I would say, even though his header was backwards to Brathwaite to score. He should have really headed it forward. So I would have given him a 7, but I'm going to give him a 6 and taking 1 point off for that silly back header that he set up their goal.
Yeah.
He played okay.
That header, that was so unfortunate. Yeah. If he literally had just not even jumped, I think it would have been better.
I know. Probably would have gone out. The ball, because it was played with pace. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunate for him. So what's Romero getting from Queen Ellie? A 6? Okay, great. Yeah. The numbers are going up. So guys, Ellie has gotten a 6 on Romero. Killian Kenny says Vicario 20 for him. Love it. These are going to be funny.
Any other match,
Mr. Kenny. One. Right, exactly. He's been phenomenal. Yeah, but
he's 6'4". He's no slouch, is he? But he's quite a slim goalie. He's not.
He's very He's like the opposite.
Yeah,
he's like the opposite of Forster. You know, Forster is like a big tree trunk of a man.
Tank.
Yeah. So,
but if I'm choosing out of those two goalies, I know I'm picking Vicario.
Definitely. Same here, all day, every day, and twice on Sundays.
That's right.
Daniel E though says teams have found a weakness. He's petrified every time we face a corner now. Man, me too. I'm just trying to catch up with these a bit. Elias gives Poro a 6. Daniel E says Romero a 6.
Fair score.
And then Killian, what is up, man? Seriously, good to have you here. Says Poro 2, Romero 10. What interesting numbers we were getting. Yeah. And Audio Artisan says afternoon peeps. Big up Audio Artisan. We were just doing Ellie's player ratings. So far we've got Vicario out of 5, Poro out of 5, and Romero at a 6. That brings us to Van de Ven, though. Finally a bright spot in the day.
I'm going to give him a 9. I would give him a 10, but it wasn't it was a near perfect performance.
It really was.
A couple of times he got caught and he used his face to recover. And there was one time where I think it was what's his name? I can't think of his name. The American guy from Leeds. Jack.
Sorry, who is it?
The American guy from Leeds.
I honestly don't know, Ellie. I'll be completely.
I'm just he's American. He might not be American though. You know the guy that bought from Leeds, the winger. Jack Harrison. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. He got away once, but other than that, it was a near perfect. He was tremendous, covering the right, covering the middle, covering his own side. When Udogie went forward, he was the one who tracked back and made that tackle.
Exactly. He did so much work for Udogie. I was going to point that out. So much covering for him. So much. So that is a 9 for Van de Ven.
Isn't he? He's a Rolls Royce.
100%. We were so lucky to have him. And speaking of Rolls Royces of players that we're so lucky to have, we've got somebody in the back real quick. Thumbs up if you're ready to come in. Can I get a thumbs up? Yeah. We've got joining us today, guys. It's Jose, one of my favorite Tottenham kids.
Hello,
what's up, buddy?
Good afternoon, people.
Good afternoon.
Hey, you're in just in time. We're getting Ellie's player ratings in. Don't know if you've been watching from behind the scenes, but
Ellie, what did you rate? I knew that you was doing the player ratings, but I didn't want to jump in. What did you rate the goalkeeper at?
At 5. I gave him a 5 because I couldn't really give him higher because he just didn't command his area enough, and he should have organised the defenders. Because sometimes defenders are real thick, you know. They really do switch off, and you've got to keep them on their toes. And the goalkeeper, because he's so vocal as well, I would have thought Because the first one, yeah, you can let him off a little bit, but it was happening most of the game. You know, they were peppering them in, and every time they looked like they were going to score. You
He
know,
doesn't.
so
For me, he didn't come off the line for that one, and the goal.
no,
As soon as Romero flipped that header on, he should have come out, commanded his 6 yard area.
yes,
Their player would never have got to the ball. He stood on the line, didn't move from the line. Brathwaite headed it in, and only
yeah.
after the ball had gone in did he sort of like make an attempt to come punch out forward. His feet were still on the line though, or behind the line still. But
I see
yeah,
what Romero was trying to do. He was trying to head it to go for another corner, wasn't he? If he'd got more height up on himself, he would have headed it either to the side or outwards.
yeah,
One of those whipped in crosses, it's hard to defend those.
yeah. But
But
but what I'm saying though, as soon as it's come off his head,
Mario.
as soon as he come off his head, Vicario should have commanded his 6 yard box and come out
Yeah,
and caught
I
that,
agree.
not stand on the line or behind the line like he did. Brathwaite got the goal. But
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
agree.
what I said yesterday. I don't know if you watched this yesterday, Ellie. But what I said yesterday was that we're not having a go, but we're just picking things from the game that happened in this game, and we're hoping that going forward we learn from these things and go forward to our next game. Vicario has been absolutely immense for us all season long.
He
And he has. But where we've given him praise for when he deserved the praise, sometimes we've got to give him constructive criticism to all players, not just him. And I just think that he deserves a bit of constructive criticism about coming off his line
does.
and maybe pushing players back from corners. I mean, I said yesterday, Ellie, that and I don't know how much of the show you watched, but I turned around and said that if he's not strong enough to push players off himself or off from the corners, then what we should do is we should either call back Werner. If we're going to be doing a zonal marking system and we need all our defenders and we need our central midfielders there to zonal mark and the centre forward, then maybe bring back Werner or Johnson and get them to be on the between the keeper and the player in our defensive when we're defending corners. But something's got to change because for the last 3 games they've worked us out.
I wouldn't put Johnson there because he's too weak physically.
Maybe he'll get knocked right over and they'll notice. Maybe that would be the obvious foul we need.
Put Richie there. I'd put Richie there in front of the goalie because he's a fabulous header of the ball. Right, if the ball comes whipping in, he can move his body to get his head on it, and he's strong physically. Right, and the other one would be Van de Ven or Romero. Those are 2 big lads.
But it's not. Yeah, but I'm not. I was talking about more, not disrupting the defensive play for the heading and that for the crossing, right? At the moment, none of them are helping Vicario out. Vicario's on his line and doesn't leave his line. Yeah, and what I'm saying is if they've got a player backing into Vicario, Harrison weren't the tallest of players, but he was backing into Vicario. So if you are using the centre backs and your midfielders and say you're Richie as the heading ability, like to man mark players, then you've got to put another player into that position. They don't have to be ultra strong, but they just have to be in between the player and the goalkeeper.
I get your point, Jose, but what they're doing, they're whipping it really close to the goalie, aren't they? Yeah? So he palmed it out, then it went to Harrison, didn't he? He actually got his arm to it, Vicario, right? But because he didn't get a good arm to it, it went straight to the back post, and then he heads it across and scored. Yeah. So I personally think we should make sure that no player is playing as the blocker, because they're called blockers, aren't they? They go on the goalie and they block him from getting the ball. So we should get another player in front of Vicario straight away before they're playing and just stand there, right, to defend that ball when it comes in.
It's so weird to me.
Who else
player will get it?
Apart from him, who else have you marked? Sorry, because I missed it.
I've marked Porro at a 5 and Romero at a 6.
Right, I'm gonna go. If it was me, I'd go Porro 6, and I'd go Romero 7.
But
Well,
his
let's see.
general play was very good, but I thought because he headed it back, I took 1 point away, Jose.
Right.
He
Too
headed
small.
it back, and he should have really cleared his lines.
But I thought Romero was immense. I thought Romero had a good game. I thought he played well, Romero. And I think Porro did all right as well. He wasn't electrifying, but he did his job. Porro did his job. He wasn't absolutely special and out, like he has
He
been.
gave the ball away a bit more.
Yeah, but he did his job. So that's why I'm giving 1 a 6 and 1 a 7.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So,
I get your
So
point.
where are we? Are we up to Van der
I'm a
Ven
bit
now?
more savage.
Van de Ven. Yes. Yeah,
I gave him
Ellie
a
is
9.
being a bit. She's going straight for the throat today. But yeah. 9 for Van de Ven from Ellie.
Van der
Who, by
Ven
the
was
way,
awesome.
down below is where you can find Ellie when she's not here. This is her other home. There's a link to that down below. Just a girl who loves Spurs.
Yeah. I'm hoping
but yes.
Kate gets better now as well because she's
Fingers-
under the weather.
Man, everybody's sick. Get well, Kate. Yeah. So Van de Ven is a 9 from Els. What about you, Jose? What are you giving Van de Ven?
Yeah, I'll give Van der Ven for me. I'm going to give Van der Ven 8.
Give Van de Ven an 8.
And there's a reason for that. Because you've got to give man of the match can't give man of the match to more than one player. So I'm going to go 8 for Van der Ven.
I gotcha. I see where you're headed now. So, real quick. So that's probably what I would give him too, Jose. I'll go with an 8 as well. But we're doing Ellie's rating, so he's getting the 9. And you've got a couple of people saying hello to you, Jazz Fusion, Talking Beer, both saying morning, Jose. Hola.
Oh, hello, Talking Beer. Hello, Jazz. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm not going to be. I'm only going to be here another 15 minutes or so. I've got to shoot up.
Snap. Well, let's hurry up and get these done.
Jose.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
shirt.
a great kit. The seatbelt kit, as I call it. It's a good one. I love that one.
That,
It looks
that
like a-
shirt reminds me of Lamella all the
It looks
time.
like
Yes.
looks like a tire's gone over it.
Yeah, you got run over. Exactly. Richo, 65, big up. Richo is saying evening. Evening, Richo, big up. And then we got Niall Kane in the house as well. I just want to make sure we
Yay.
get everybody that said hey to. Big up, gangs. Didn't think I would catch this live, but here I am. Now, I did say, Ellie, there was a chance I indeed to watch this on replay as I've been working all day. Great show, guys. Big up, Niall.
Yay.
I don't think I read that all correctly because I'm a terrible
she did
sight
message
reader at
me
times.
today.
But yeah, Niall.
Big up, Niall.
Thanks for
Nice to
being
see
here.
you,
Yeah.
mate.
All right,
Big up,
Niall,
dude.
the man from Montreal.
Yeah, the man from Montreal. Love it, Niall. We're rating players right now, and we're over to Destiny. What do you think Destiny gets out of this game?
Down game, didn't he?
He's been having an up and down past few games.
Done very well to set up Richie's goal. Or was it Richie's goal? No, he didn't set it up, did it? Yes, he did. Yeah.
He set up the first goal. He assisted the first goal.
I'll give him a 7 because I thought he played quite well. Going forward, he was very threatening, and in defence he wasn't too bad. I think 7. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7 because he was really, really trying hard.
Yeah. Jose and I have been talking about him lately, and
God loves a trier, right?
Yeah.
God loves a trier, but I want a God that likes a winner. That's what I want. I don't want a God that loves a trier. I want a God that wants a winner. For me, a doggy gets a 5. A doggy was woeful.
You see how we differ?
He was woeful. He gets dispossessed off the ball when he's carrying it. I don't know what it is, but it's as if I don't know whether he's really quick and he just thinks that he can walk through people and he doesn't want to use his speed to get past them. But for me, I thought to myself that
Your
he
dog's
lost
not
the ball.
agree with you, Jose.
No, I think they are. I don't know.
so that's an agreement, Bark. Yes.
Yeah.
Your doggy.
Yeah.
That's our dog. That's our
Oh,
dog.
So for me,
hilarious.
I think in the last few games, and including against Everton, he carries the ball, and I thought he got through carrying the ball sometimes when he wasn't dispossessed. He got lucky because the ball ricocheted off him and went in front of him as players put tackles in, because it's for all a doggy's played really well for us this season, and he's only 21. So it's another thing. I'm not knocking the man because I can only talk about the game, I can't talk about the season, but if I'm talking about the season, he's had a really good season, Ellie. He really has.
Yeah,
He's learnt lots. He's come on leaps and bounds, and he's going to be a really, really, really good player. But he's still learning. And for me, I just think this period of time, Van der Ven's blanketing at the weekend was all because of a doggy.
Yeah, but you've got to take into consideration as well, Jose, that he's been given a license to go forward because we've got VDB back in the team. So he's going to make a lot more mistakes than other players because he takes risks. I like players that take risks.
Yeah, and that's what I said yesterday,
and
Ellie, on the show.
What BJ doesn't do on the other side.
What did I say yesterday, Colin? I said we can't knock the team because we're a team. The way that he wants us to play is playing risks, and when the risks pay off, it's brilliant, and we're all really raving. And when the risks don't pay off, then we're scathing. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying that in the last few games, including Saturday's game, I don't think he's been at his best for the last 2 to 3 games. And for me,
I agree with you. I do agree with you, but I'm going to still stick by my 7. And the reason why is because he took the risks, and that risk led to a lovely goal by Richie, and that's why I'm scoring him higher because an assist is it's attributed to a goal. Yeah. So and also he was working hard, right? But some of the things that he was doing weren't coming off, like you said, Jose. So I'm just gonna because he got that assist. If he didn't, I would have given him a 6.
I hope that he continues to grow. Sometimes with these players that are new to a league, I get afraid that they're going to have a good season because they're kind of an unknown or a good beginning to a season, and then players will start to adapt to them. Other teams will know how to prepare for them. So I hope that he continues to be as effective as he was at the beginning of the season. No real reason to think that he won't be, but that's just a fear I have and all the time with all players that are really new to a league. So that's something I'm going to keep my eye on personally. But I think 7 is a fair rating for him. Real quick, I just wanted to get Descartes' comment in there. He plays keeper for his team, and he said there's nothing he hates more than an idiot who stands right on you, stands on your toes when there's a corner. We got to work for those guys. I can't say it on the stream, but it's see you next Tuesday.
No. Listen, Ellie played football because we're a similar age. Played football and I played football. Listen, if I was playing at the back, right, I didn't play in goal. If I was playing at the back, even for a corner, right, and I'm marking the centre half, I'd strike the centre half.
We used to get
I'd strike him. My studs would have gone up and down his calf. My studs would have gone up and down his calf even before the ball was played. You do anything to get the edge on your opponent, anything whatsoever. And the stuff that we used to do. So the goalkeeper, listen, if they're treading on your toes, you should be treading on their toes or putting your studs right down their calves. At the end of the day, give it back to him.
You're not Dirty Sanchez, you're Dirty Garcia.
There it is. Yes.
But Ellie, you played the game back when I used to play it. It's anything to gain an advantage. You did anything to gain an advantage.
When I played, the goalkeeper was very protected, very, very protected. You could hardly touch the goalkeeper.
In my day, the goalkeeper would come out right to punch the ball, and he wouldn't go with the ball. He'd go with the player. He'll go to chin the player and knock his teeth out. That's what goalkeepers used to do. But then the centre forward, by the same token, the centre forward would go to kill the goalkeeper as well. But
I tried to play like that, but I was labeled as a dirty player. I got lots of red cards. Sat out a lot of matches, but I would have fit in you guys' time. I would have been perfect in you guys' era. It sounds like of playing, but Vicario, he needs to be stronger. We're up to Højbjerg in our ratings.
Oh.
I know.
Pierre Emile.
Oh my God. I don't even know if you've got.
It's after he got his weird haircut. I think he needs to change his haircut back to normal.
One good pass. That's about.
And how many bad ones? How many bad ones?
So many bad ones. I counted about 16, 17.
How many bad ones?
I threw my pad on the floor.
I did that in the previous game.
Mia makes me laugh, right? Because, she'll write down how many times Højbjerg's lost the ball.
Oh
right?
my
So I
God,
started
nice.
doing it, and I think it was about 15, 16. I threw my pad on the floor
Yeah.
because I thought Mia's going to have that one covered. I couldn't be bothered anymore. So I'm going to give him a 3 because he was awful. And I'm being kind.
I wouldn't go as low as a 3 on him.
I think 3 is fair because he lost the ball too many times, and he done one brilliant ball cross field to I think it was Brennan Johnson who received it. Yeah, and that was it. The rest of the game, he was either giving the ball away or just trying to tackle somebody, but he was getting nowhere near them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him a 5 because I don't think
generous.
I think he wasn't the best, but there was a few of them that didn't play up to standard. So for me, I'd go for a 5. But that means I'm giving him the same score as Vicario and the same score as I'm giving a Doggy, because there are players that didn't play to par for me. For me, someone that plays to par, you're getting a 6. But yeah. I think the 3 of them were under par.
He done a few good things, Højbjerg, but he gave the ball away too much for my liking.
Yeah.
And I think he gave the ball away more than Porro. I think Porro gave it away a lot as well. I think Højbjerg gave it more. But I
would say maybe the areas they're giving the ball away is probably a different area. Porro's so far up the pitch most of the time.
Maybe I should give him a 4. All right, we'll go for 4.
We talked you into a 4. We talked you into a 4, Jose.
Up to a 4. Sorry,
I'm sticking with my 5 because a par is a 6. Anything below par, you're going to be lower than a 6. I don't think any player. For me, there was no players that were a 4. But
here's the one I want to know.
All right.
I really need to know. So this is one this is for both of you guys, obviously, and I'll get mine in. But Bentancur, this is
oh my God,
Jose's man. 5 for Jose.
But my man as well.
The only thing is, and I think we've got to realise this, and I've realised this, but I think we've got to as a fan base, is that he's come back from 2 terrible injuries in the last year. So basically, he's been in recovery for about a year. So the fact that he's on the pitch, right? So we're in February now. We're beginning of February. This is when he was due back. People need to remember he came back in November, right? But he wasn't due back till February. So he's come back. So therefore, he is still trying to build up the match fitness and trying to, trust his legs, trust his body again. And the more minutes he gets, the more he'll get there. But with him and Maddison in the team, because Maddison's another one, he's been out for 3 months and Maddison's only just come back. So really, the midfield that played at the weekend is a midfield that will only get stronger with minutes and with fitness and with trust in their bodies again. So to have them 2 players in the team, it was brilliant to have them both there, but they were never ever going to be at their absolute best because of the injuries.
It's true, Jose. They're running on half a tank of fuel, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because I saw Bentancur at 60 minutes. He didn't have no legs left, and it was evident he just couldn't run anymore. He just didn't have that match fitness. Because it's all right having training fitness, but when you're on a match situation, there's a lot of combative play, and especially as a midfielder, you're expected to control the ball a lot, and get the team going forward. And I could see Benny was trying, but he just ran out of steam. And even with Madders, he was like in and out of the game. He wasn't dominating it like he usually does. Yeah, but I think I'll give Benny a 6 because he did some nice things. He linked up, played quite well, and it wasn't from lack of effort that he wasn't that effective like we're used to with Bentancur and driving forward with the ball. So I'll give him.
He's suffering from his own awesomeness. He's so good that whenever he has an off match, he looks really, really bad. I think it's part of his problem.
I think a 6 is a fair score because I think he was better than a 5.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was a 2-point difference between him and Højbjerg. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So we'll give Benny a 6.
I'm giving him a 5 still.
You're giving him a 5, okay.
I think he was below par. But for me, anyone that plays par is a 6. Always, in any match. Doesn't matter what match you're playing. If you start doing things over and above par, then you start getting your 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. So I think he was below par. So therefore, I'm giving him
a 5. Okay.
Boom. Fair. I respect that. Very fair. David Clark, real quick, is in the house. I think this is his first message in today.
Hi, David.
Big up to David. He's. We're going back to Vicario real quick. He said it doesn't have anything to do with the keeper being over or under protected. It's about if an opponent has no intention of attempting to play the ball, he kicks the keeper. Under today's laws, it's a foul. It's that simple. David. They're gonna have to figure something out, or at least consistently call this from referee to referee, because it's becoming an issue. I know that we're the ones suffering now, and maybe I wouldn't be feeling the same if it was another team's keeper who was getting found out like this. But yeah, something's got to be done, either on our end or on the end of the referees or something. But what that answer to that is, I'm not quite sure. I'm surprised Romero hasn't gotten up to anybody and gotten in anybody's faces, and there hasn't been a little scuffle in the box. But
he hasn't had to though. He hasn't had to because he's been quality, isn't he? And when you're quality, he doesn't have to do that stuff anymore because his football does the talking, and that's what he's been doing recently. Romero's been playing well. He's been going under the radar because someone else has played better than him on the day. But Romero's been a steady 7-8 since he's come back from his bloody ban. Romero's played well for us.
That's true.
Do you know who's really good at defending corners? It's Emerson. He's such a good. He always finds his head for some reason, but he's so good at tracking the ball. Yeah. He's noted for it, That's
if only Porro could take that part of his game. Porro would be elite.
Yeah, but Porro's about 2 foot tall.
He's 5'10".
Who's that, Porro?
5'10", and I think Emerson's 6'1".
Yeah, I was gonna say Emerson. Yeah, but Porro looks like he's 5'2". Porro looks
does.
Tiny on it.
He
Porro
looks so tiny.
Yeah, he looks tiny on the pitch.
I don't even think he's 5'10". I think they should remeasure him.
I always do. I always had an inch or two whenever people ask how tall I am.
Yeah.
I'm 5'11".
He looks about Steve Perriman's height, 5'8". Doesn't he? He looks that.
He does. He does look a small man. Look who's in the chat though. Pop it in briefly. Hey. Jose, love the seatbelt kit. Says mom.
Hi Julie.
Big up, mama. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Hope you're having a good day at work. And don't work too hard. Obviously, you're not. Wink, wink.
Right, so
but yes,
Madison, because I've got to shoot soon. So Madison.
Yep.
Then I'll let you carry on with your show.
Ellie, what you got for Matters?
I think I'll give him a 7 because he wasn't brilliant, but he was always in the game. But he didn't do all the stuff that Madison normally does. So I'm not going to give him an 8. I think that's a bit high, but 7 is a fair score in my eyes. Yeah.
So Ellie's giving Matters a 7. Jose, what are you giving the man?
6. I thought he was par. I thought he was par. And the thing is if I wanted to be sentimental and think about the injury and everything and think of it that way, then I could give him a 7. But I'm not thinking of it that way because at the end of the day, Ange picked him because he believes he's fit enough to play the game. We clearly know he's not match fit yet, but Ange picked him, so he's clearly fit enough for the game. So you got to take it for what it is. He played near enough to 90 minutes, and for me, he gets a 6. I know he got the assist for the Richie goal, but yeah, like Ellie said earlier, he was in and out of the game because he's trying to get back to fitness and get to trust his body again. So, and do you know what? These scores may sound harsh from us all, but these players will benefit from the minutes they've had in this game, the game before that. Whenever these people are getting minutes, it benefits them and it benefits us because we're going to see better versions of them going forward.
100%. 100%. Whoa, hold on real quick. Dan E from the Hotspur Hood is here. I haven't seen you in I don't think ever. Dan, nice to have you here.
Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
I hope your snake's good. I forget her name. But yeah, hope the snake's well and everything as well, dude. But yeah, Dan said he wasn't at his best, but he had his good moments. So 6 is fair. He's saying for matters, I think that one is. So Ellie's giving him a 7. You'd give him a 6, Jose.
I give him a 7 because he was always looking for the ball. I think when a player goes hiding, and he's not really trying to affect the game, I would have given him a 6. But he was always there,
available
looking for the ball and making himself available.
Yeah,
it's that working off the ball is just as important on the ball sometimes. Creating space for yourself. That's why I'm going to give him a 7. And he was clever with the little dink. I know it was a little pass, but the way he hooked it to Richie was very good.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely was. He does. He knows when to play what pass, which is important, even if it's just an easy pass. But now we move on to Brennan Johnson on the right.
Johnson, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm going to make it easy for you. Him and Werner both get 5s. They're on the par, both of them again. They get 5s. For me, I'll let you judge them. I'm giving them both a 5.
You're going to give them both a 5. I'm going to give Brennan Johnson the same as Højbjerg, 3. Rubbish.
Yeah. He did not have a good match.
Physically inept. Just can't hold the ball for us. Didn't help out Porro hardly ever, which he's supposed to do. He's supposed to track back and help. He did that a couple of times, but he wasn't effective when he got the ball. Not good enough. I'm going to give him a 3, sorry, because I think he's well below par. I'm being savage.
No, I like it.
I'll give Werner a 5, though. I'll give Werner a 5.
Werner's getting a 5.
At least he had some impotence on the ball, and he had some awareness to make space for himself. He made some nice runs again. Yeah,
it really sucks that. Yeah, I think with Johnson, it really sucks. I mean, he had that goal in the previous match. I understand that it wasn't a worldie, and he just had to be in the right position. But you got to reward that, I think, with the start. But man, did he take this start, and didn't he take this start and do fuck all with it? Jesus Christ, it was bad. You would think, oh, I was benched. I came off the bench. I got myself back in the starting lineup. Let's contribute. Let's have a good match. But no, it was piss poor. I try to defend the guy. I keep doing it, and I'm going to continue, but he's making it hard. He's looking like shit out there. So come on, Brennan Johnson, step it up. And you guys have both given me your Werner. I think Werner is doing better than what we give him credit for, maybe. He's definitely better than Johnson. He's definitely contributing more in the build-up. He can hold on to the ball for more than 2 seconds. His runs seem more intelligent. But it all hasn't clicked for him yet.
Werner is just warming up Sonny's spot. That's all he's doing.
Yeah.
I think
that's all he's doing. Werner is just warming up Sonny's spot, and it just means that you've got pace to bring off the subs bench. But he is warming up, and I've got a feeling, don't know why, but I think the people on the right will be warming the benches or will be warming the spots up for Solomon. I think he might even play Solomon there as an inverted right, because he's left-footed, but it might bring Solomon and put him there because obviously Johnson hasn't done what he needs to do, and
Solomon's a player. Solomon's a player.
I don't know whether he's a player, but I think Solomon will be given a chance.
Yeah. I don't know. He could even switch Werner to the right. He could do that.
I thought about that as well, but I'm not sure how much in his career that he's done that.
The thing is, Kulu was pretty all right. He wasn't spectacular, but there's certain games that he stepped up and then he goes backwards again. But he is the biggest, I think he's the second highest ball carrier in the Premier League, Kulu. So he has got some uses. It's just when he gets into that final third, he's not been making the right decisions all the time.
True. And he's another one of those players I think is getting figured out. He's going to have to adjust to that. Can he? We'll find out. But guys, this brings us to Richarlison, the shining gem of Tottenham Hotspur's match versus Everton. He came from Everton. What do you guys think about him? That first goal, fucking beautiful. Took it so quick,
Yeah.
no time to think.
Brilliant.
Just bang, goal.
Instinct.
I was telling Ellie, Jose, I didn't even need my coffee after that. I got up at 6 to watch the match. Was having some coffee. That goal happens right in the middle of the match, or right at the beginning of the match, I should say. No more coffee needed. Heart rate elevated. I'm off the couch. I'm excited. You know, so
Jumping up
yeah,
and down.
Els. Oh my God, I didn't do the pigeon dance. I should have. But no, that was what a wonderful start, to a match. We don't usually start off that way, so I was so excited. Yeah, I guess we'll let Ellie go first since this is Ellie's review. But Ellie, what are you giving him?
I'm going to give him an 8.
Same as Jazz Fusion here.
I rated Van der Vaart's performance.
Van der Ven.
Sorry,
I do it all the time.
Van der Ven.
You're all good.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Van der Ven. I've VDV. I'll call him VDV. Then I won't make the mistake. I rate his performance the best as my player of the match or man of the match, whatever you want to call it. But Richie came close. He scored 2 beautiful goals. But I think overall, Van der Ven just topped him. So I'm going to give him an 8 on that basis.
Well,
okay, so
yeah.
I gave Van der Ven the 8, but my 9 goes to Richarlison. Richarlison's both of his goals were absolutely from the top draw.
They were.
The ball that was played into him by a doggy at pace, that control with his left foot to score that first goal was just that was world class. It's a world class finish. End of the first one. And as for the second one, postage stamp. That came off his right foot. You could see him meant to do it. He's used the player and he's bent it right round.
Yeah.
And both of them finishes. It's a shame that it was a draw. Them 2 goals deserve the victory. And I said this yesterday. In yesterday's show, I said them 2 goals wins anyone a game and deserved a win. And it's just unfortunate we ended up with a draw. And that's why it felt like a loss, because you saw 2 brilliant goals by Richarlison. And then they scored
first.
They scored right at Def's door. And so the draw now feels like a loss. And for me, Richarlison, he's much maligned. He's had a lot to put up with. Even the supporters, we were doubting Richarlison. We were thinking, there's something wrong with him. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. And then all of a sudden, there was something wrong with him. He had to have this operation. He's had Diop. Now, once he's had Diop and that came out and you've had Diop, you've got nowhere to hide. You have no excuses after that because you've had Diop. And Diop is there to cure whatever ailment you had. But he's had Diop, and to his credit, he's come back from that op and he has been playing absolutely out of his skin. A proper, true team player. And
100%.
And I feel more comfortable with him having that Brazilian passport now, because I doubted whether he had one. But now I'm starting to think he has got one.
He left it at home. He had just forgotten it. He forgot to bring it with him. Here's what I thought when that first goal went in. Here's what I thought. This is the most baller shit ever. That's how I felt when that first.
Has that got music? Is that got music? Or is that him talking?
No, that was just there was a comment in the way, but it just says that's the most baller shit ever.
Yeah, I know what it said, but I'm just saying because normally you play the guy saying it unless there was music in the background that you're going to get monetized for.
I was careful. I took it off there just in case.
All right.
You have to be careful.
It absolutely was. So we've got our ratings. Everybody in the chat's talking about a manager's rating. Quez is here. Yes. Dave Chappelle, of course. Yes. But Quez, what would you rate the manager? And you guys, what's your manager ratings?
I thought he made a few mistakes here and there, like taking off Højbjerg, putting Skip on. I thought there was no need for that. And then he brought on another centre back because he thought we were going to get pelted. I could understand that one. I could understand it, but he done it too late. I think we should have brought him on a bit earlier when they were peppering our goal with the corners and that. We could see we needed another big man in there.
Right.
Yeah, but
I think with the,
Kulu,
I think
I agreed with the Kulu sub, but he just came on and he was like pants. It was total pants. He was
Yeah.
the worst.
he gave away
Oh
the
my
free kick,
God.
didn't he, for their equaliser?
Yeah.
Well, and then David Clark here saying that Richie let his man run to score Everton's equalizer, so it's no good scoring 2 goals if it's your mistake that cost us 2 points. I'm probably not remembering it correctly. I don't remember.
I think he's saying that Brathwaite we should have been marked by Richarlison.
Okay, and that's
But
why
for me-
Kulu had to take
But for me, the goal was definitely Vicario's fault. Vicario never came off his line, never left his line at all.
Yeah,
Stood
he should
there.
have, he should have come and collected the ball.
And once the ball, because as soon as Romero headed that ball, the 6-yard box is where Vicario should have been, and he should have claimed that ball in the
I
air.
agree.
So it wouldn't have got nowhere near Brathwaite. But then, we're now rating the manager. To me, what I will say is that with players still, so Sonny's still away, you still got Sarr is still away. You still got some injuries, so you still can't.
Sarr came on, didn't he?
Sorry, I meant Basuma.
You mean Basuma, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you still got Lo Celso who's injured.
That's
Still got Lo
the whole
Celso's injured. Solomon who's injured and that. So to me, and I said this yesterday, so I've got to be real. and I said this yesterday. I said to myself yesterday on the show, at the end of the day, although we've changed our squad and we continue to change our squad, and our squad looks different to what it did last year and the season before, I still feel that sometimes we've got round pegs for square holes, and some of the substitutions may look weird. It's because we haven't got the player that he needs to go and play the position that he wants them to play. Had we had a bench they wouldn't have been on the bench. Well, some wouldn't have been on the bench anyway. But had we had players of a better caliber on the bench, then the changes wouldn't have seemed so strange.
Yeah.
But in saying that, in-game management and stuff like that, and sometimes when you're 2-1 up and you've got 10 minutes to go and you're away from home and under the cost, sometimes it's better to tighten the ship at the back, so to speak, and and sharp shot like that. And he doesn't seem to do it. It seems to be we'll go for guts and glory regardless of what the situation is. It's a bit like Bazball for England in cricket. That's the way Ange is doing it for football. And people laughed at Bazball, but Bazball's worked out quite well. Okay, they lost against India, but Bazball's worked. They lost today against India in the second test, but Bazball's worked out quite well, and other teams are scared to play England because of that. So I think to myself, he's the version of Bazball, Ange, and it's called Ange Ball. It's Ange Ball, isn't it?
You just sparks me to say something funny, Jose.
Go on then.
Right? Yeah, do you remember the show Wacky Races?
Yes.
That's how we play football, Wacky Races. Right, and then we've got Stop the Pigeon.
Catch the pigeon. Catch that pigeon now.
I'm going to have to educate myself. This all sounds like wonderful.
It's all American.
Wonderful.
It's all American. Wacky Races is American.
What?
Dastardly and Matley.
Oh my God, Colin! It was so fabulous when we were.
What's it called again? I'm gonna search this up.
Wacky Races.
Wacky Races. Okay,
Yeah.
I promise. I promise to watch some of this.
It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Oh my God! Okay, the characters all look very familiar to me. The bad guy.
Yeah, you must have seen
Wacky Races. You must have him.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic show, and then you had Muttley the dog going.
Yeah, Muttley the dog. yeah. Dastardly and Matley. Yeah.
Dekaru says Muttley. So yeah. Right,
listen, guys, enjoy the rest of your show. I've got to shoot.
Yeah,
hey, thanks for popping on.
It's been nice seeing you both.
And you.
People, we shall see you tomorrow for the fans calling. So if you haven't got memberships and you want to come on tomorrow, get your memberships. First calling shows in tomorrow. I'll let Colin tell everybody and that. But listen, take care of yourselves and thank you all for being here.
Jose, thanks, buddy. Have a good rest of your day, buddy.
See you later.
Adios, amigo.
Adios.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the man, the myth, the legend, Jose. And those are our ratings. Let me save this. So, Ellie, what did you end up with, Richie? You gave Richie an 8.
I gave him an 8 because I wanted VDV to be the man of the match, Van der Ven.
Yeah, I get it. I get that.
Because I just everybody played awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go and get Ellie's lineup thrown up here.
VDV just picked him in my book.
So, guys, let me get the bottom banner off of here. But here are Ellie's ratings for today. It's not the best ratings builder I've ever used, but it worked. It did the job. But yeah, guys, Vic 5, Poro 5, Romero 6, VDV 9, man of the match. You dog eat 7, 4 for Højbjerg. Benny gets a 6, Matters a 7, Johnson a 3, Richie an 8, and Werner a 5. And these are all Miss Ellie's ratings. So, guys, that was
a picture of that to send to
yes.
Mia, because she's going to laugh when she sees me give Højbjerg a 4.
She won't believe it. She won't believe it.
She'll think it's an imposter that gave him the score.
Dan E says that Højbjerg was better than Bentancur. They both weren't good. That's for sure, Dan. They didn't have their best matches.
Benny didn't give the ball away like Højbjerg did. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I gave him a lower marking, because I know his passing game is usually best part of his game, but lately it's not. It's not been.
Yeah, you can tell he's feeling fatigued. He's feeling something. Something's going on with his body. It seems like he doesn't like Jose was saying. He doesn't seem to maybe trust himself after the injuries. But yeah it's not great.
He looked as well. When they took him off, he looked like deadbeat.
Yeah. He did. He sure did. Well, we've done that. And Ellie, are you ready to get into your favorite part of the show? Your favorite part of the show?
Bring it on, Colin.
It's time for some Keep or West Ham. Today's edition is going to be a little different, but I'll tell you all about it. Here we go, everybody. Everybody, welcome to Keeper West Ham, the internet's favorite Tottenham game show. I had to get the wacky background in there. Guys, this is the show where normally, we would pick a player to keep, one to bench, and one to go to West Ham. Today is a little different, but same premise. But basically, we all know that Sonny is coming home, whether that's after tomorrow's match, a loser, or after the weekend, an Asian Cup winner. Regardless, we'll have Sonny back in a week's time. And we know that we're not dropping Richarlison. That Sonny's coming straight into the lineup. So we've got to decide which of these three yahoos is going to be playing with the other two. And so, again, you can keep one, bench one, send one to West Ham. But what I really, really want to know today is who you think is going to be playing on that right-hand side or left-hand side, depending on where they decide to stick Sonny and Richarlison. But who's going to be playing up top with those two sons, Richarlison and Heung-min's son? Who do you think, Miss Els?
Right.
It's tough. Or who would you like to see? It doesn't even – I guess there's two questions you could ask her. You could say, who do you think? But then who would you like? Because those aren't necessarily going to be the same answer. But so I'll ask you this: who would you like to see up there? I'll phrase it that way.
I have to go for Kulusevski, because for his all-round play and the way he holds the ball up, the way he brings the ball out for us, and he's just got to be better in the final third with his final pass. But he's tracking back and everything is better than the other two, much, much better. Stronger on the ball as well. Not as fast as Werner, not even half as fast as Werner, but he's got other attributes to his game that I prefer over the other two. So I'd have to keep Kulu, bench Werner, because he's done more than maybe
Brennan.
In terms, because Brennan's got 2 goals and 3 assists, so he hasn't really done more. Because he's got 3 assists, he hasn't scored, but he's only had 3 games, so he's had 16 less games, 17 less games than Johnson, and Johnson's always flattered to deceive in my eyes, and he's just not done enough. So I would choose Werner to be on the bench, because he'll be a really good asset, and he's a very intelligent boy. He's got football IQ, the boy.
Definitely, you can
Johnson
tell.
needs to
Absolutely.
learn. I'm not
Yes,
saying
yes,
Johnson
yes.
can't get there, because he could get there, but he just has to work on his overall game.
No,
So
but you're
sorry,
100% right.
Brennan, you're going to West Ham, mate. Sorry.
So sorry, BJ. I'm thinking the same. I
Sorry.
mean, yeah, it's so Eltel is still here. He says Kulu keep Brennan Johnson bench and Werner to West Ham. He's a loanee anyways. Talking beer, you know who he's picking. He says gimme, gimme, gimme. So it's Decky for him. And then Jazz Fusion says back to a 4-2-3-1. Son, Timo, and Richie single high line. That would be nice. That would be nice. Kulu says Swim Master. Dirty Sanchez is in the house. What is up, Dirty Sanchez? Yeah.
We had Dirty Garcia earlier.
Yeah. Says keep Werner. Honestly, I might be in the same camp. So okay, we'll get through. Ange Ball is dead with this front line, says Jazz Fusion. Yeah, good thing we are not going to see the three of them ever playing together.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
we do need to get better than all three, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know enough about Werner yet, I feel like, but I'll get to that. Dekaru says Kulu keep. I'd probably bench Werner and Johnson. I'm not seeing growth. He might have to head west. Yeah, man. West London for him. And then Quez is agreeing with you, Ellie. He says, I agree with the Queen. Big up
Thank
Quez
you.
Ali. Yep. Big up. So, and then David Clark saying he would play Son on the right, Werner on the left, Richarlison down the middle, and drop the other two arses to the bench. Yeah, man. That's not a bad shout either, because I think that Werner offers a lot to this team. I mean, just in the short amount of time that he's been here. What's up, Killian? Killian Kenny says hi. Hey. But yeah, Werner's just looked like he's been here for ages. You know what I mean? How he just arrived, Ellie. But yet he looks like he knows. I don't know. You can tell that he's played for top level teams. You could tell he's a player, like you said, high football IQ. He's not some young guy that's got to like learn how to play football at the top level. He knows how to play football at the top level, and it shows. And I quite enjoy having him on the pitch. I think that he makes intelligent runs. He moves the ball around intelligently. He's fairly composed. I don't know. I think we've yet to see the best of him. Shit, he's been here for a couple weeks, and I think there's a very, very high probability we make this into a permanent signing. I was gonna ask. I'll just throw this into my next question. I'll work right into there. Thoughts on Timo Werner thus far, Ellie?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Yeah, he has got good football IQ. He's just got to, with the assists, he's done very well. He's just got to score a few as well.
Yeah,
you know, because he's
absolutely.
I think he's had 4 or 5 chances to score, but he hasn't put one away. But do you know what? I wish I could give Kulu his pace and that final ball.
Can you believe? Yes, if Kulu would be a weapon, he would have never come to Spurs. I don't think we would have ever got him.
Honestly, we probably wouldn't have got him if he had the pace of Werner, and like Kulu, right? He does play some good ball. Don't get me wrong, but more often than not, he'll just play an easy pass, right? And you want him to do more to affect the game and look up.
Take a risk. Take some risks, kid. Take some risks. Coach even said, "I'll take the blame for it." And he's like, "I'll take the blame. I'm telling you to go take these risks. I'll take the heat if it doesn't come off."
Yeah.
So
the thing is, with that, right?
Oh, real quick, Killian says they're heading off. See you, Killian.
Yes. Bye, Killian. Thank you.
Nice to have you, buddy.
Thank you. You know what? What you lose on one end with Kulu, you gain on the other, because he's fantastic at helping Porro out, but then he's also fantastic at holding the ball and bringing it forward, because his stats show that, and we see it every game. He's so good at carrying the ball, but once he gets to that final third, that's where we want him to be really, really good, and he's flattered to deceive a lot of the time. You know,
or players need to check to him.
Your man as well.
Maybe a player just checks to him to show that they're, you know what I mean, to come and collect the ball from him.
Yeah.
Maybe Kulu gets the ball up the pitch and then somebody literally comes and collects it off of him. I don't know what the answer is, but you're right. He gets it to a point, usually beats a man or two, and then turns it over. You know,
yeah, he gets caught up as well because like once he's beating his man, that player is generally faster than him. So he beats him once and he'll catch up with him and then he's got to beat him again. But the thing is with Kulu, right, I wish Johnson had half of each strength as well. We've got like so many players that have got so many different qualities.
If you put them together, you could get one good one.
Yeah, and we haven't got that. It's like one
Daniel Levy,
one thing, you know, or lacking in a couple. But I think what you gain from Kulu all round is better than Johnson and Turner, in my opinion. Yeah, but he's just got to find his form, and he's got to find that final pass and actually make it count. You know, because so many times he hasn't made the pass count.
If he could just make his right foot, if he could just train to where his right foot is decent, to where he might, you know what I mean, take a player on with his right foot, and he might try to go around a player, or he might whip a cross in. But as of now, you know every time that he's going to work the ball onto his left and try to go centrally. Like that's just how he operates. And so as an opposing player, it's not very hard to read his game because he doesn't have any other moves. He doesn't even have to be great with his right foot, just decent enough to whack in a cross or, you know, or to continue dribbling and try to go around a player. I don't know. I just feel like
I know, it's so frustrating.
Players should have a good weak foot.
If he's not confident with his left, Colin, right? What he could do, or with his right, sorry. What he could do with his left, right, is just use it more intelligently. You know, when you look up and see what's on, what the best pass is.
Yeah, outside, play a nice outside of the boot pass. Eric Lamela would have taught him all about those.
No.
Yeah. Speaking of one-footed players, Jesus Christ, Eric Lamela did not have his weak foot was awful.
You know, the best dribbler in our club for many years was Lucas Moura, but he just didn't look up.
God, yeah. Speaking of beating two players and then running into the third.
The ball, but didn't look up. What is wrong with our scouting team? Come get a player that can dribble and can look up and find the player like De Bruyne does. You know?
Yeah, we're having a hard time. I think we have a hard time.
He's brilliant. He looks up and he finds his player.
Exactly. We just have a hard time. I think our scouting is weird because we have to go always for like the not quite finished article or the player that we think we can turn into the finished article. And it's frustrating. And Jazz Fusion here kind of is saying the same thing. They needed a body in regards to Werner. He provides it, but isn't a long-term fit unless as a false nine. They'll probably buy him, though, just another bargain in the land of misfit toys. And, hey, I'm not here to crap all over the team and Levy and the board and stuff, but I do think that we need to step up our presence. I think that we think of ourselves still as maybe not a super big club. You know, we don't go for the top tier of players, and I would like us to. And it would be nice to, like you said, have a player with all the attributes instead of three, and we think we can, you know, coach the fourth one into them. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for sure.
Oh no.
Adrian Choka is in the house. He had said good afternoon earlier. Good afternoon, Adrian. He said Kulu hit a right foot cross for Kane to score in the 3-2 win away to Man City. See, and I bet the City defenders weren't expecting that at all. They probably had no idea. So
that was a bloody good ball. He should do more of that, Adrian.
Yeah, absolutely he should. Just swing a foot at it, man.
He's got David, it in blocker. That's why.
It's just like he doesn't trust it for some reason. Yeah. David saying in Kulu's first season it didn't matter that he couldn't beat an opponent down the right because when he came inside, his passes were either pinpointed player, or his shots were in the top corner, but not since. I agree. He kind of has that whole but Iron Robin, the Chelsea and Bayern player, he's kind of the same as him, where he always would check back onto that left, but you couldn't stop Robin, whereas you can stop Kulu.
Robin, right? He had a good pass on him. as well.
Yeah,
A bit like
some
Bernardo
pace and
Silva.
some
They look
pace
up
as
and
well.
find their man. That's why they're
Yeah.
top draw players. You know, they're elite players. These players.
And David saying, yeah, not because he beat somebody. He was free with no opponent near him when he crossed against Man City. Oh, okay. Well, see, they were probably waiting in the middle, waiting for him
Remember,
to
he scored in
check
that game as well.
centrally. He
Colin, scored in that game as well when Sonny sided it to him. So he's done very well to get up there and score. So
definitely
we need that Kulu back. The one
Come on, baby.
scoring
Yes,
goals
absolutely.
and creating goals for us.
100%. 100%. And big up David Clark. Big up everybody in the chat for your contributions. I wanted to also say hey to Spurs Live. Josh, big up, brother.
Hello,
Hope you're
Josh.
doing well, my man. We'll have to get you on the show soon, buddy, or get me on yours or something. I miss you. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've done quite a bit of what I've had planned. Ellie, I got to do some more throwing out there for stuff that we've got coming up.
Yeah, come on then.
As you know, Ellie, we've got a show tomorrow, and it is the first members call-in show for Talking Ball. Not too long that we've been able to have members, but we've got some now, guys, and we've got a show tomorrow. The link will be in the members section of the Talking Ball YouTube page, where the members are able to call in and be on the show with us. And we're gonna have to see how the turnout is, whether you'll be with us for the whole show or it'll be kind of maybe a revolving door type deal where someone comes in, someone goes out, as time allows. But that'll be at 4 p.m. GMT tomorrow. And everybody, if you would like to take part, make sure that you grab a membership. Make sure that if you don't have one, grab one. There's all different kind of ranges, price ranges. Whichever one, anyone gets you on the show. Don't worry about that. So yeah, guys, that's one thing that I wanted to shout out. But we've got shows all week long, Ellie.
I know.
Do you want to tell them about the show that you've got with Ash coming up?
Yeah, on Friday we got myself and Ash at 11 o'clock in the morning, chilling out with the Spurs vibes, and catch the ladies because we can talk ball as well.
Absolutely, they proved that ladies can talk ball maybe better than the men can. The views would suggest it. The people love you guys. So yeah, maybe they could teach us all a thing or two. Everybody, maybe that's what it is. Maybe we need to get ladies more involved in the football because it's the people's game. Too long have things been kind of gate kept and man centric in the football world, and so I'm glad that things are changing. I swear, we need to get my mom on a show with you guys. I think that would be lovely. Get her on there, and that would be a lot of fun too. So everybody, that's Friday at 11 a.m. UK time. Wednesday, we've got Ash and Chang again with our view from Asia. That's again at 11. And then other days it'll be Jose and I. Just hit the bell. Just hit the bell, guys. We're gonna do a lot of shows. We've got a lot of content coming up, and it's all up there, man. If you guys hit the bell, you will always be notified of that. But what I'm most excited about is this members call-in show tomorrow. I think it is going to be tons of fun. Ellie, are you available to join in and hang out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm available, and I'm looking forward to it. Everybody's join us, right? Because it's going to be a fantastic show, and you can come and have your say live online, and put your opinions over, and when you're typing things, you can't always get everything out because there's only minimum amount of things you can say. Right?
And timing, and sometimes the conversation changes, and you're behind. Exactly. Cool. It'll be a lot of fun. And I also want to throw out, and everybody knows this already, but this channel is very, very chill. If you haven't ever been on like a YouTube channel before, or you are slightly apprehensive, please don't be. There's no need to be. Very chill. We don't bash anybody's views as long as you're nice. No. All we ask is just niceness. We'll be nice if you're nice, and we can keep. Everything will be great. I think it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. And yeah, absolutely. And guys, just watch out. And also, members, if you guys would like a particular Keeper West Ham, or even non-members, because if that'll be watching the show and not joining in, if anybody's got ideas for Keeper West Hams, if anybody's got things they'd like to see on the show, we'll always take that into consideration. Throw that in the comments at the end of the show. We would love to have just some of your input. What player matchups do you think would be good? What do you guys want to do? And so we'll play a couple Keeper West Hams, but I would love to have one that's kind of been suggested by the fans, and I can slap those together in 30 seconds. So we could do it tomorrow too. But I think that could be fun. I think that could be a lot of fun. And excited to get the views. And man, I learned something from you guys all the time, and that's what I'm banging on tomorrow is for me to just get everybody's point of view. It's gonna be beautiful. So everybody who is already a member, thank you so very much. If you'd like to become a member, I think it's pinned. If it's not pinned, I'll put it in the chat right now. But this is the link to become a member. There's also a couple of other things I would like to say. My man Jose, who was on the show, help us do his ratings. He has his own channel as well. It's his personal channel that he does. We are trying to grow the numbers over there. It is called Altel Cockerell. First of all, here's the link to become a member of this channel. Please do that if you haven't, if you'd like, if you want. If you don't want to, no worries. But if you'd like to become a part of La Familia, our gang, as we're calling ourselves, definitely join over. But yes, Altel Cockerell, here's the link to Jose's personal channel. Everybody, make sure you go over there for Jose, for all the work he does here at Talking Ball. All the clerical stuff behind the scenes for the prediction league, for all of that. Go over there, give him a sub, like a couple videos, maybe throw a comment on, just help him out. YouTube, we're in a constant battle against this algorithm, against YouTube, against Mark Zuckerberg. We're always fighting. So thank you guys for all of your help. And another one I wanted to say is there's another place that you can catch Ellie. And you want to tell them a little bit about it? I'll throw the link up if you want to say a little bit about that at your other channel, Els.
Well, that's with the lovely Kate and the lovely Jimbo. We're a team of 3. It's Kate, Jimbo, and I. We give out great content every single day. She's been under the weather with her hubby, Jimbo, for the last few days. So she's been out of action, but she'll be back with a bang, I'm sure. Right. And you can't keep a good woman down. So, Kate, I hope you're listening to this, and I hope you get better. I've sent you many personal messages to get yourself better. She had some soup yesterday. She hadn't eaten. She'd lost 9 pounds in weight as well.
Good God, that's awful.
That she's been ill, right? So it's the worst way to lose weight in a way, because you're ill, so you want to eat, but you just haven't got the drive to eat because you're so ill, right? So I wish her better, and the channel is fantastic. You've got Wedded Bliss there, which she does with Jimbo. She does with me the score predictions, the Premier League review, and then she does other shows with other people. She had on LB from the Man City, where she met him on Football Terrace, and that was a fantastic show. Got 1.8 thousand views so far, so it's done.
Come on,
we've been doing a lot of shows. They've been getting 1.5, 1.6, 1.4. So it's going up the show. So
you guys are growing.
Keep on that trajectory. And then I want to give a big shout out to Mia as well, and Spurs Between the Lines.
Yes,
she's our girl as well. And I'm on with her tomorrow, because I don't think Kate will be able to make the Dares to Debate show.
Let me get that link up as well.
8:00. But we'll be going out on Spurs Between the Lines on that one, because Kate's out of action. So that'll be to Debate, which is a really great show, everybody. It really does test what we think about Spurs and our true feelings. And, we get a lot of people come into the chat, and, they put their point of views over as well, and that's what makes a great show, when you get a great chat room. Plus we've had some really great guests on as well. We've even had you and Jose Collins. So you
Yes.
enjoyed yourself, I believe, when you came on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'd love to be on again if you need us.
Yeah,
If
we
we're
will
ever
invite you on. Don't you worry.
perfect. Perfect. Call us into action. We're always ready. I am for
Yeah.
sure. Descartes was saying he's subscribed to my channel, but he always seems to find Eltel's link. That's fine by him, supporting how I can. Yeah, absolutely, man. No worries. Same show, both channels. Watch where you'd like. It helps everybody. So no worries there, Descartes. David Clark's asking what Donna Cohen's show is. I'm not sure she really has one. I think she might have just been pulling our leg, to be honest. But if she does have one,
she was thinking, wasn't she?
yeah,
Let us know if
yeah.
you're still in the chat, Donna.
Yeah. And then real quick, I know this isn't really a kind of a quick answer question, but we'll try. So I've got to wrap it up. But there was a starred question I totally forgot to ask. Swim Master says, describe what you thought we were getting when Johnson first arrived before kicking a ball, and why you think we're not getting it. 45 million. I don't understand it, says Swim Master. Ellie, you want to take it first? Did you think we were getting the next, did you think we were getting a ready-made player when he came, or did you know there was going to be some of this type of period in his growth with us?
I thought we were going to get a better player than what I've seen, because I've seen him playing for Forest. I've seen him play live games 90 minutes as well. I just feel that he's like playing like under what he can play, obviously he scored 2 goals and 3 assists. So if you look at the stats, you'll think, oh, he's doing quite well, but for me, I've just feel been a bit underwhelming the way he's played for us. Just the physical side of it as well. I thought that he would have been able to cope with it a bit more. And he's just his general contribution has not been up to scratch. So I feel a little bit disappointed in Brennan, because I was expecting so much more.
We all were,
but
yeah.
The jury's out on him. But I want to still give him time.
He needs at least a season.
Yeah,
I feel like a season minimum. How many players have we written off after a season that end up being,
That's right. So I do want to give him time. I don't want to pull the plug out on him so early in his career. So let's see what the rest of the season pans out. If he spends most of it on the bench and he can be an impact sub, fair dues. But then he has to push on. If he's going to grasp that first team place, he has to really push on.
But I think first season impact sub, I think that's a fine way to start out your career at a team. You know what I mean? You come in, you're learning from the guys. He's going to be learning from Sonny, which I think is the main thing. I honestly think, and whether or not they got it right or wrong, that's an entirely different topic. But I think that he was sort of seen. I think the club knew that we needed a successor to Sonny. That Sonny was, you know what I mean, aging, and his youngest and prime days are behind him, and people will be mad at me for saying that. And I still love Sonny. I think he's great. I think he should start. I think he's our best attacking player. But you can't deny that his peak athleticism wise, at least, days are past him. And so I think that we're trying to look towards the future, trying to look for a player that can play that, that goal scoring winger, that player, you know what I mean? And I think they saw Brennan Johnson as that. And whether or not it pans out, that's an entirely different thing. But I do think that he was the club. At least we lost Kane and we had no backup plan, no one coming up through the ranks to kind of take over for him. And Ellie, I think that's what they were trying to do with Brennan Johnson, is have a player that could, take over for Sonny when the time does come. And luckily, it looks like he's got a while to learn. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be right away.
I think, with Brennan, right, I think he's just got to build himself up a bit more to be a little bit more physically stronger, and then he'll be stronger on the ball. And then, obviously, with more strength in his legs and his upper body. His upper body's not too bad, but his legs, he'll get better shooting power behind the ball,
and maybe more confidence, too, because he's not playing
a lot.
You got to be cocky a little bit to play in that position. I don't want to say Son's cocky, but he knows what he can do. He knows what he's got in the locker, and so yeah, you've got to have that faith and belief in yourself that he clearly doesn't have right now. A lot of what he needs can be coached. We always say you can coach a lot of things. You can't coach the tools, the actual physical,
Yeah.
his body type, how fast he can run. That's not coachable. He's got that in spades. So I think, we give him the rest of the season and preseason and see what he's got,
Yeah,
Um,
true.
that's where I'm at with him. But 45 million is definitely too high of a price, but he's homegrown. There's that homegrown tax. There's the English tax. We definitely paid a bit of that. So yeah. Descartes says he needs one of those seasons with Mile. Mile will steal him up. Who's Mile? Is that Leo? Mile High Hotspur? I don't know.
Maybe.
Jazz says he plays, but he's absolutely gutless. You can improve skill, but not desire. There is no want to compete in him. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he has got it. He has got he's trying too hard. He's trying things that he might not be capable of because of his physicality. Maybe just keep it simple, Brennan. Just do one-touch football, like move the ball quickly, move off the ball, because he's got the pace to get in behind, right?
Exactly.
So once he's there, then have the confidence to score a goal. Yeah, because he's had a couple of chances where one shot was a bit powder puff and the other one, he took it just too near the goalie that he couldn't chip it over him. But like you said, Colin, that's confidence. If he puts that first one away, the second one is easier, the third one's easier. It's all about confidence with football as well, especially like you said, playing in that position. Because you're a target, aren't you, when you're a winger? Because they know you can hurt their team if you get past them.
Yep, exactly. So they'll give you a nice crunching tackle at the beginning to let you know they're there, and then exactly. Descartes is clarifying, saying Mile Jedinak, former Palace and Australian captain, part of Spurs staff now. He's a beast. Well, hell yes.
He's a coach with Ange brought him in, didn't he? Yeah.
From your lips to God's ears, Descartes, I want a strong, tough Brennan Johnson. Let's get him on all the peptides. Let's find out the list of what's illegal, what's banned. Let's get him everything that's not. Let's start pumping him full of supplements. We'll have him hit the gym. And I want to see a Gareth Bale type growth in his body from this season to next. And I think that'll be what he needs. Send him over to Spain. Maybe he gets Real Madrid's doctors in on it too. We'll get everybody involved. But
I reckon Ange should take him home, right? Because Ange is a big lad, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, somebody's cooking him some good food. Yeah. Maybe they could box. Maybe they could do some boxing training together and
boxing as well.
Yeah. See, we've got ideas. They should get us involved in the club and in the development of players, Ellie. I think we could do a good job. But guys, that I think is the show for today. I've got to go get ready for work. But everybody, thank you again for. I know, but it'll be fine. It's my Friday. I'm off tomorrow.
Working, and I'm going to be working. I'm going to be cooking.
Yes, exactly.
Tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Be safe. Be safe. Chefing. Be safe. And then
I will.
Today's my Friday, so I just got to get through today, and I'm off tomorrow. So I can do it. I can do it,
Colin. You can do it.
I can do it. All right. And again, I just want to one more time thank everybody. Boo work. Beer Talk says yes, but thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Jose for making time out of your busy day to come and hang out with us. I'm going to throw your link up there one more time for the people as we leave. And then also, guys, tomorrow is the members call-in show. So if you have an active membership, you can call in. You will get the link, and you can be on the show tomorrow. I hope to see many of you there. I'm going to be reminding you between now and then. There'll be some shorts. There'll be some stuff in the community section. So, yeah, guys, excited to see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Oh, and then we had Elias got a membership today. Big up to Elias. Yes, Elias, would hope to see you tomorrow. And Elias, I don't have very many things with Eric Dyer to play for you, but you asked for an Eric Dyer gift earlier. Here's the one I've got. And that's for you, Elias. That is for you. And yeah, I will I'll close this out. Should we close out like we normally do?
Yeah,
Does
what
everyone
I'll
want to
do,
hear
I'll
the Madison song?
If he's still not in the chat, Elias, I'll clip that for you and send it over.
Do it. Yes,
yeah,
please
let's
do
get
that.
a bit of James Madison on for Donna.
Awesome. Yes. And, hey, real quick, any last words before we go, Ellie?
Yeah, Donna Cullen, come on the show tomorrow.
Yes.
Reveal yourself.
Hell yes. Absolutely. We would love it. All right. Hey, big love, everybody. Come on, you Spurs and Ainge, we trust. Peace.
Yes, we do. Peace.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.